I got so much motherfucking design on right now.
Break it down, bring it back, make it clap. I got 3 old thoughts, new guap, wear that thing. Bitches on my line, and you know
Introduce myself. My name is Korirah Nur Anissa, kelas manajemen 23D, Fakultas of Economy and Business, Mathematics, Business Supporting, Lecturer Ade Chandra, SM, MM. Suplus consumer and Suplus producer. Consumer surplus is the net benefit that consumers realize when they are able to buy goods or services at the equilibrium price. What is meant by equilibrium price is the balance price, the meeting point between the point of demand and the point of supply. When depicted on a graph, it is equivalent to the difference between the maximum price that consumers are willing to pay and the price that consumers actually pay for the product or service they buy. Problem example in simpler terms: consumer surplus is the benefit a consumer achieves when purchasing goods or services at a price lower than the maximum amount he is willing to pay. For example, when you as a consumer are willing to pay Rp 5 juta to buy a piece of bread, however instead you get bread for 3 juta, so you enjoy a consumer surplus of IJR 200. Then when you estimate a price of IJR 1 juta for a videography service but get a price of 850, so the consumer surplus you get is 150. It turns out you often encounter this benefit when making transactions to buy products or service, right? The C benefits that you calculate get can be cited to be the benefits of participating in the market, playing an important role in the price of the business market. Of course, consumer surplus is a natural thing to obtain. Therefore, you also need to consider calculating consumer surplus so you can see profits on a large scale. Consumer surplus. Here are some key points about consumer surplus. 1. Consumer surplus is the difference between the maximum price a consumer is willing to pay and the actual market price they pay. 1. It is a measure of the benefit the consumer receives from purchasing a good or service. 3. Consumer surplus can be calculated finding the area below the demand curve and above the market price. Formula for calculating consumer surplus with information. Key A. Quantity demanded at the equilibrium point P. PMX mean PA PMX prices that are ready to help consumer P price at equilibrium where demand and supply are equally. Formula for calculating consumer surplus before Q-knowing the formula for calculating consumer surplus, you need to understand several things. For example, condition where demand and supply are the same, then the graph can show the quantity demand at the equilibrium point. If it is depicted in the graph partial form, it will make it easier for you to do calculating. However, the formula for calculating consumer surplus below can also help you. Example of consumer surplus: for example, for candy, customers are willing to pay 1000, and this is the action price compared to other customers. Most consumers are only willing to pay either 500, which is the price that treatment when the main equally supply equilibrium price at a price of 500. There is a demand for candy, so the surplus the consumer will enjoy is 1000. Producer surplus. Here are some key points about producer surplus. Number 1. Producer surplus is the difference between the market price a product receives and the minimum price they would be willing to accept for a given quantity of a good or service. 2. It is a measure of the benefit the producer receives from selling a good or service. 3. Product surplus can be calculated by finding the area above the supply curve and below the marketplace. Producer surplus is an economic concept that measures the benefit the producer receives from selling a good or service. It is defined as the difference between the market price a producer receives for a given quantity of a good or service and the minimum price they would be willing to accept for that quantity. Producer surplus can be calculated by finding the R above the supply curve and below the market price. If demand for a product surges, the vendor offering the lowest price may run out of supply, and this tends to result in a general increase in market price. Causing a producer surplus. Conversely, if price falls and supply is high but demand is insufficient, the results in a consumer surplus. Causes behind surplus. Known surplus is the remainder of excess income after the cutting expenses. However, how can a surplus occur? The following are some of the causes of a surplus. Income is higher than expenditure, decreased consumer demand due to rising price. Purchase producer to sell goods that can be produced immediately and creates a producer surplus year more than used. Thanks all and comment below. Hope you learn something new. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.